So I'm Philip, and I'm the founder of Spot Gardening Solutions. Is anyone familiar with that picture? Yeah, please raise your hands if you've ever killed a plant in your life. Yeah, see I mean, it's overwhelming, but that's pretty much the outcome that I've expected. But trust me, you're not alone. Americans spend billions of dollars on houseplants only to kill half of them. And the top causes of plant death are overwatering, underwatering, improper light, pest diseases, and nutrient deficiencies. And when you don't get the right precautions before you go on vacations, chances are high that you don't want to witness a dead plant coming back home. So we're introducing Spot, the world's first smart planner for automated plant care. It's an AI-supported planner, features automatic watering, and comes with a portable battery, rechargeable. It lasts for months on one charge. You can refill the water tank, which has a capacity of 4.5 gallons. And it also is a dual mode system, which means you can just remove, oops, that's why I hate fake plants. Remove the plant and add our hydroponic inlay and start growing kitchen herbs like basil, thyme, what else do we have here? Cilantro or parsley, I never know what it really is, and rosemary, and start growing your own kitchen herbs. While we have a hardware product, it's really an IoT solution, and it comes with an app, so you stay in control. You can manage all your devices, monitor trends, stay updated, get notifications, and get educated with tailored plant care tips from our chatbot, Olivia, who will keep you, who'll guide you along your path. Also, we're not just one product, but we designed a product tree to generate income over the lifetime of the product. So we have the Spot planter, we have the hydroponics inlay, a microgreens inlay, an extended battery pack, and a premium app subscription for enhanced app features. Also, we have a Spot shop, and Olivia will guide you to get the right fertilizer for your plants. While individual plant owners are a key market, we also want to extend our business to B2B and B2G markets, and they really can optimize their resources on a way larger scale. And the numbers speak for themselves, so we help businesses save up to 60% of their plant maintenance costs using Spot. And even though we have we're in the premium segment of product pricing, we will break even after a year and outperform traditional solutions on the market. So Spot really is the best planter solution for businesses. We are tapping into a $10 billion market that consists of pots and planters, irrigation systems, fertilizers, and plant management apps. And pruning that down and weeding it out, we are left with a $100 million market, which we call our Spot market. We ran a pre-launch campaign for 3 weeks and were able to grow a community, generate leads, and also acquire 60 customers with 12K in pre-orders at a cost of $50 per purchase. With that traction, we are raising $500K to hit a $650K Kickstarter campaign and get to 1.5 million in sales within a year. The funds will mainly be used for marketing and sales and for getting our prototype ready for manufacturing and shipping. Nick, our CTO, and I are the perfect IoT double to shape the future of urban gardening. He has a background he's a full-stack software developer and has a background as a senior software engineer, team leader, and CTO. And I have a background in plastics engineering, field service management, and consulting. So get your phones out, follow us on Instagram, and sign up on our landing page to lock in the best early adopter discount and start growing with Spot. Thank you.
Great. First of all, great work, great job. That the introduction, like just to, I don't know, make more fun of myself after 15 years of this, like you got off to a great start and you kind of kept it going. So like you really captured, I think, interest very quickly, and then the visualization, super smart. I don't know if you can do this in every example. Like we always joke at Pitch Breakfast, how many pitches do you actually have in your life where only have 5 or 6 minutes? The answer is like very few. But the point of the 5 to 6 minute pitch is to get me, the investor, to want to call you back or follow up with you after this or set up a meeting. So I think you did a great job at that. Yeah. And just the way you kind of structured it, the flow and the balance of information was just kind of easy for me to digest, and it allows my brain to kind of absorb and then take a couple notes and say, yep, I'd like to call those guys back. In terms of feedback, where I would slow down a bit and be a little bit more kind of thoughtful is in the middle there, after you define the market, you kind of flashed up your kind of recent results, right? So the part that I wanted to hear a little bit more on, and you probably could have stretched it out a bit, was, hey, we spent some money here. It was like $50 per customer, yep, and you generated $12,000 in revenue. Like you need to give me maybe 2 or 3 more sentences on that, and then like you're probably at an A or an A+ on the report card for the pitch. A great pitch. So that's the only thing I would say. And then your materials or plastics engineering background, yes, that's a really important thing. Like the first thing I saw when you got my eyes on that product was plastic. Yep. And I was like, okay, do these guys know how to source, manufacture, right? How to scale a plastics company, basically. Yep. Yeah. So if most of your revenue, I thought I saw $250 to get the system. Yeah. Like that's where I'm going to want to grind in the next meeting, is how do you guys really know how to basically extrude and manufacture something? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, good work. Yeah.
Thank you.
I agree. I think you did a great job. You had a great rapport with the people in the audience, I think, and it was always fun to bring widgets to show. Of course, bringing something like that in an elevator is kind of a complicated thing to do, but still, I think you did great. The one piece of advice I would give you, in addition to what Mark was saying, was perhaps, and this is something that a lot of entrepreneurs do, you have to think about whether you're pitching, providing a sales pitch or providing an investor pitch. And I think a lot of the things that you did were clearly for an investor. But as an investor, I'm left with a few questions that I think I would like to know more of. So it's not just how good the product is, but what kind of an investment is this going to be for me? What kind of a company you're trying to build, and what kind of an exit you want to have. So that actually, maybe I'll turn it into a question for you. What kind of a company are you trying to build? What is this going to mean in terms of an investment? How do I get out of an investment if I want to?
Well, good question. I mean, we really, while analyzing the market and doing our prototyping, we figured we have a chance there to build a brand and not just like a do-it-yourself product. So really build a brand and a product like, you know, Keurig coffee machines or an espresso machines, or like I also call it the Tesla of the flower pots because it doesn't have wheels, but it's kind of like the full self-growing version. And we want to, like, you know, get this started. The 2 of us will be in the game for as long as necessary. And if we, you know, hit a point on the road where we're you know, it's good enough, or we get an offer, we will want to exit. Yes. Okay.
So you do want to build a big company. It's important to have that conviction.
Yeah. So we figured we have this $100 million spot market, and we think it's possible to grow this company into a 25 million company within 5 years.
The other thing, I guess, that I would ask, that I would want to know in a pitch like this is, why you? I mean, I imagine that you're not the only smart person with an idea that is similar to this, that there are other companies, and how do you differentiate, if any, other than just speed and a nice looking product and go-to-market strategy?
Thanks for that question. So we have the trademarks and patents for the product, and there is a smart planner market, but all of them are basically focusing on only growing kitchen herbs and hydroponics, and I think, and we think, it's not a beautiful product you want to have sitting in your house or on your terrace or in your balcony or use in a hotel. You won't use a hydroponic product in a hotel. So we really try to redefine the standard designer planter in a way to make it intelligent and self-sustaining. And So the main market is also plants, and the secondary market is the market with add-ons like the hydroponic inlay. So we also cover that.
Great presentation. Coming up here and coming up with anything, creating from scratch is always tough, and you're building hardware and software and subscriptions and AI. So I think that's really, really, really tough to do. So generally speaking, I think that the intro was really strong because you got everyone like, yep, we've all seen that picture. You took that picture in my house this morning. Like all of those things, I think that's great. But then for me, I think you lost a lot of momentum because you quickly switched to B2B and B2G, right? And it was cool to be like, oh, snap, this is the product. Like, this is amazing. And I guess, is this the logo on the side?
That's the logo, yeah.
Okay, cool. So for me, I would want to see this designed differently. Like from a design standpoint, I'm thinking like, would I put this in my house? I would not put this in my house. Would I put this in my office building? Probably. Would I put it in a government building? Probably. Hotel, you probably put something over it. So maybe there's an extension of your product where there are little wooden cases that go around it. Maybe you already have that. So there's all these accessories where there's one that looks like tile and one that looks like wood or bamboo. So for me, visually, you lost the B2C for me. And so I would be trying to think through what is it that you're pitching. And then the second piece is, and you just kind of answered it with Lister, a $25 million company in 5 years is tough for venture, right? Like that's really tough if you're thinking about the rate of return that investors need to have. So I would be trying to think through, okay, who are my ideal investors? Who am I talking to? Is this a company that I can truly just bootstrap and say, hey, I'm gonna sell some of these and we're gonna put it to the next step and kind of just grind it? So that's the second thing. And then this is more of a question, hopefully I'm good on time. The business model is the entry to get into this at $250. Like to get one of these, that's the cheapest product?
That's our MSRP. We figured it's the best size for price, water tank capacity, and also for visuals. If you put it next to a couch or something in your living room, it's kind of like that hits the sweet spot. Later, we want to develop like a smaller size and then also larger sizes for malls, airports, and office spaces.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good to know. The last question I have here is really thinking through, I think you left some meat on the bone about the AI piece of it. So manufacturing a hardware product, very difficult to do, delivering all that. The biggest key I thought was amiss in that is who has the horticulture background? Who knows how much water basil gets versus how much water thyme gets, and really leaning to the AI thing. AI is everywhere. We're all seeing a lot of that now. And so I don't know, like, okay, well, for context, I have a buddy who started a company 8 years ago who was doing like, oh, this is an app. We take a picture of it. We'll tell you how to water it. We'll send you the seeds and stuff. But that wasn't using AI. So I think there's an opportunity for you to say, this is how we do it. If you can't afford our box, at least download our app. Like, for a quick show of hands, how many of you would download an app if it told you, hey, I have rosemary, you should water your rosemary today? Okay, right? So like literally the lowest stake of getting their contact information in your ecosystem, you could say, take a picture of every plant in your house. We're gonna use AI, and we're gonna send you a push notification on when to water that whatever. And then if you wanted to completely automate it, then we've got this solution, right? So it allows you to learn about your B2C customers if that's where you're going. But that's where I think is the key, is like deciding if you're B2C or B2B, and then figuring out the entry points. But I do think there's a lot of opportunity with AI and helping people with this problem.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks.